What's up, everybody? It is Popular Loner here, coming to you with another video. What the fuck? I totally forgot my coffee. Give me a second. Okay, I am back. All is well. I got my coffee. Anyways, I'm not really sure what's gonna come out in this reading, but I just felt called to do a message for an entrepreneur in need. Okay, so anybody could watch this, you know, maybe it could be a what do you need to know, but mainly what I'm going to be focusing on is someone that has their own business right now. Is your business going to be successful? Some of the advice for those that want to start a business or are thinking about it. What are some messages for you? Okay, so don't mind my voice, you guys. Did I tell y'all it was 5:49 in the morning? Okay, I don't know if I said that. I'm gonna be breathing really heavy. Y'all know I already breathe heavy, so and we're gonna be skipping all the aesthetic pleasantries, you know, this morning. But here we are. Okay, so let's see. Oh, my bad. Pile 1 is gonna be the Muse Tarot. Okay. Don't even be in the comments asking me what tarot deck because, honey, right here. Okay. So we got pile 1, the Muse Tarot. Pile 2 is gonna be the Sacred Circle Tarot. Okay. And then pile 3 is going to be the Psychic Tarot. Okay. So go ahead and pick intuitively and I'll see you guys at your pile. You guys, okay, so I just opened up the box. Oh, I hate when this happens to my cards, but I think this is gonna be a message, okay? So we do have, damn it, I hate that, okay. So one thing that I am hearing, you guys, just based off of this, because I literally just thought of a whole scenario. That's the only thing about my mind. It worked. It's like, which is why I be stuttering sometime or come off spacey. But let me tell you, what just came through to me was this whole scenario where I could see somebody posting on Facebook or whatever the social media platform is. And it's almost like there's like, no offense, but I'm gonna call it how it needs to be called. It's almost like there's this bitter status being posted because it's like there's this energy of the people around you, the people from your community, the people that you thought would be, you know, rooting for you. It's almost like they're not really helping you. They're not rooting for you. They're not buying your products. It's almost giving me that energy where it's like, you know how someone makes a status and they're like, you know, y'all gonna wish y'all supported me, you know. It's crazy how a stranger will support you more, like y'all don't even support me. One of those, okay? And it's true, you know, at the end of the day, what I always tell somebody is stop crying. I think that's what's gonna be coming through. These are gonna be harsh a little bit, but this is, you know, you gotta have tough skin, you know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about it. So this is the thing. In my opinion, I feel like stop crying about who's not supporting you. Stop worrying about who's not supporting you. All you can do is control you. So what you have to do for yourself, especially if you have recognized that the people around you that you really care about, that you thought you were building with, especially when you recognize that they're not really showing an interest in what you are passionate about, at the end of the day, what are you going to do? Cry about it? I mean, maybe behind closed doors, maybe have that moment because it does hurt. But one thing that I will say is it's time to really buck up, and that's some of the advice. Stop worrying about the people around you that are not supporting you. Instead, worry about how you could promote yourself and how you can try to reach a broader audience, because a lot of the times, even for myself, a lot of the times, the close people, the close-knit, the family, the friends, the people in your hometown, they don't catch on until later, like when it's already like blowing up, okay? But in that grind mode, like where you're trying to build and you're trying to get it, it's a little gritty. Normally, it's gonna be strangers. Another thing that I'm hearing for you guys is separate from that message with this hangman is you possibly have 3 family members. One could be a Leo, one could be a Pisces, maybe even a Capricorn, I'm not really sure, or a Taurus. There's a family member that I feel like plays a big role on why you stall on some of the decisions that you make, maybe even a Sagittarius. It's almost like you stall on the decisions that you want to make, what you want to do next, because there's like this judgment, or maybe they're telling you, oh, that doesn't really look good, I think you should hold off, or I don't think you should really post on March the 15th, I think you should do July the 17th, and I'm not really sure of their intentions. But whoever this is, whoever these people are, I want you to ask yourself, you know, at the end of the day, we can learn from everybody. I do believe that. I don't care the age, you know, whatever the fuck. However, some of the people that have so much to say about what you're doing that can cause this stalling, this hesitancy. Maybe y'all still go after it, but there's a little bit of a hesitancy. These people, look at what they're doing. They could be successful, all that, but look, do they even have the balls to do what you do? Because there's a lot of people, like for example, there's a lot of people that had a lot to say when I was younger. Girl, I'm acting like I'm fucking 50, but in my younger YouTube years, where it was like, oh no, you need this, you need that, you got to do it like this, you got to do it like that, it has to be crisp. And I'm like, what the fuck, too many rules and regulations, I don't do well with that, I'm a free spirit. But it's crazy because the people that was telling me that, these is people that still to this day want to start a YouTube channel but have not. Want to put themselves out there but have not. And it's not to be like, oh, I'm doing this and you not. No, but it's more to emphasize on why you should be listening to yourself. Because what I'm seeing for you guys is you guys are actually taking the steps. You guys are actually doing some type of stepping forward to your goal, regardless of whether the legs are a little shaky, a little wobbly, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You guys are actually stepping. So when you look at the people around you, ask yourself, are they stepping? Okay? Do they have the balls to do what you do? Because a lot of times you got to watch who you getting, you know, criticism is good, you know, when it's constructive, but sometimes it's just like, I remember I looked at some people, I'm like, damn, Paige, you letting these people really like hinder how you know, overthink. You know, you start overthinking, you kind of got a little bit of a perfectionist type of mentality. You letting these people dictate what you do next. But look at them. A lot of them have not, still to this day, 3 to 4 years later, have not started a YouTube channel, not did anything towards that goal that they still want. Absolutely not. Cheers. Absolutely not. So I digress. So anyway, I do feel like there could be one person in your environment that may also have a business as well, that may do something similar to you. That's another thing. Watch taking advice. Now, if you know this person has good intentions, because some people do have good intentions. There are people out there that are like, I don't care if we do the same thing or not, I will help you, or, you know, I will support you regardless, because your shine doesn't take away from mine. Like, I don't care. That's one thing, like, even on here, like, I've had some people say something to me because it's like, they're like, wow, you're such a big YouTuber or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Even though I haven't been doing tarot that long, but just my YouTube channel in general, they're like, why do you comment on these other, you know, smaller platforms? Because I'll always be in the comments. And I just feel like that shouldn't even be a question, because it's like, I don't care if one of those smaller platforms surpassed me quicker than I could even surpass myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, it's not gonna take away from me. Because the thing about it is, that's something I want to talk to you guys about. You guys are naturally unique. Start hyping yourself up. There's nothing wrong with knowing that you have something that a lot of people maybe don't have, maybe sets you aside. You have something that a lot of people don't have. And this could be what you're providing as an item, or it could just be you being the brand. Some people just have a personality that is unmatched. Some people just have this energy around them that has people gravitate towards them. For example, y'all know I'm introverted as fuck, but I don't know, it just seems like a lot of people gravitate towards me. But that's the energy. So use that to your advantage, and just remember that when people start to talk to you about their ideas, beliefs, and what you should be doing. I just heard the naysayers. So let's see. I am also hearing that there could be something that you guys are doing that could be done a little bit different. So I don't know if there's like a need to be a little bit more strict with your schedule. Maybe not price down. I'm not ever going to tell somebody to price down, but there's something about knock down. So I don't know if it's like, do you guys go to multiple vendors and it's like, there's something that needs to be simplified. Let me say it like that. There's something here that needs to be simplified. It's almost like there's a better option. So I don't know if you guys have vendors, places where you get your products, a digital editor. There's like a better option. That's another thing. And maybe this is where I need to remember that not everybody, because I'm not tech savvy. Believe it or not, I'm not fucking tech savvy. I'm just creative. So like, my creativity allows me to come on here and be able to do little weird stuff with my iMovie. And that's also something I do like on my Instagram. If y'all watch me on Instagram, I take time to literally edit and do little stuff like real quick to see how quick I can edit. I basically test my skills and always be sprucing up on them. So I say that to say it's like, I don't know, maybe some of you guys have a YouTube channel and it's like you feel like you need someone to edit your videos. Now, granted, if you need somebody, because if that's going to make it easier, maybe look for somebody to help you out and assist you in some type of way to keep things organized, or maybe help you with your emails. But I'm not going to lie, girl, I really don't think you be needing people. I mean, I feel like when I get to a certain point, I probably will need, maybe, I don't know. Because, I don't know, when I hear people paying for an editor, especially if they're not a super big YouTuber, I'm just like, why? You know, that's just money being wasted. You could learn yourself and probably really make it come to life. What you guys do cannot be duplicated. When you do it, it's different. And when you do it, let me say it again. When you do it, it's different. But when you do it, when you carry it out, when you put your little pizzazz on it, instead of, you know, going by what everybody else is saying, it shines. Okay, so let me see for pile 1. What's the message for those in pile 1? Some of you guys have a mother figure that is not in favor of what you do, or there's like this energy of not understanding. Again, what I said, you know, a lot of people are not going to understand until you get real big, or until you just stay consistent and they see that you don't give a fuck. But even then, at the end of the day, that's outside of you. You got to focus on the inner, okay? Ooh, this card is burning under my hand. So we have the 6 of Pentacles. All right, and I was getting that earlier. I feel like some of you guys, there's somebody that would help you, and it would be like an equal exchange. It's almost like the price would be lower. I'm not saying like a, because I don't know why I just got somebody shopping at a thrift store. It's like there's a cheaper option. And I was also getting with the 6 of Pentacles, now, some of you may need a business partner. If that's the case, find someone that has the same work ethic as you and that is secure in themselves. Also, if you guys, you know, and I'm not going to go too into it because I don't want this to be too long, but with your goals, like ask yourself, am I really doing everything right now that aligns with what I want? Okay, that means like saving money, putting money aside, really looking at what profit I'm making or how things are working. You know, what could be organized, what could be a little bit more professional, but still have my own little twist on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing here, but give me 1 second. Some of y'all too, I think some of y'all need to up y'all prices. Take a second to go back to the drawing board and maybe up y'all prices. It's like there's somewhere in what you're doing that can drop, but I think that could be like outward expenses, but like inward, I don't know, there's somebody here that needs to start charging more, okay? So let me see. But make it fair, because whatever y'all got going on is actually very unique. Even if it's like something that a lot of people are doing, it's like when you do it, it's different. Okay, so what is the message for pile 1? What is the message for pile 1? An entrepreneur and need. The sun, exactly. Leo energy, possibly even Aquarius, because I think of the sun, a star. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay, Scorpio energy. Some of you guys like to listen to ♦. Message. The World. Okay. Will their business be successful? Ooh, hold on. Let me put that over there. That 10 of Swords. Y'all be overthinking too much. And I can't even judge because, honey, I do too. One person say one thing, my mind is like a little computer. I'm like, I have to know. Like, even when I'm watching movies with my boyfriend, I'm like, what did they just say? I was like, pause that. I need to know what that word is before we continue. And then I get down this rabbit hole, and then next thing you know, like, I'm watching these documentaries, just the whole thing. I feel like some of y'all have that type of mentality. But anyway, will their business be successful? Pile 1. Will pile 1's business be successful? We have the Queen of Swords. Absolutely. Okay, will their business be successful? That is someone who is smart, diligent, focused. The 9 of Wands. Absolutely. You guys are very determined. Okay. And we also have Temperance. Okay, so this is the thing. Well, actually, let me keep going. So what's the main advice? So what's the main advice here? The High Priestess, what's the main advice? Something needs to be pulled back. I just don't know what it is. Either something needs to be pulled back and we need to adjust because it's like I'm paying this person and they're not really doing what I need them to do, or there's this energy where some of you guys may need to reach out to somebody with this Three of Pentacles and have their assistance. But anyway, with this Sun, the Seven of Cups in the World Cosmos, you guys have many talents, and I do believe that there's a way that you guys can incorporate all of those talents into this. Some of you guys are going after one thing right now. Let's say maybe you could cook. You could also draw. Some of you guys might be only going after cooking, okay? And it's crazy because even when I said that, somebody's probably like, well, how can you combine cooking and drawing? But that's the thing. You guys have a creative mind, so you can do that. Like, I don't know, there's just some stuff that I feel like I combine together and I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. So you guys just have to get creative. Tap into your creativity, tap into your emotions. Some of your life experiences will actually really shine a light on what it is that you're doing and create more clarity, okay? Traveling is also going to help you guys create clarity and give you inspiration. It's crazy because when I try to explain these concepts, I know sometimes it be going over people's head, but like, I don't know, like sometimes when I just take a ride outside or take a detour, because my mind is always going, like this Ten of Swords is always going, if something goes past my car, like maybe a red cardinal goes past my car, my mom would be like, damn, is that an ancestor? And then like from that, it jumps to something else, like ancestor. Do I need to do an ancestor reading? Let me look into this. Boom. It's like my mind, like it will jump to one thing, but then it leads to like this other subject. And then I end up diving deep in that. And then I end up finding an answer or like getting inspired about something. So I feel like the advice here is to let your mind wander and also trust your intuition when it comes to how you work and who you work with. You guys are very intuitive and you guys are also very creative. Also with this Queen of, ooh, real quick, hold on. Also with this High Priestess, I don't know why I just heard it's not personal. Okay, so don't mix pleasure with business. If y'all are working with someone like family and they're taking it personal, it might be time to adjust, okay? Because you're running a business, you know what I mean? You got to remember that this is not about feelings. This is about the business. Anyway, with this Sun and the Seven of Cups in this World Cosmos, I do feel like you guys are on the brink of achieving something big. I do feel like there is this energy of recognizing that you could actually go a lot broader with your products. You could be sending it out more. You can get more reach. I do feel like something is going to go viral, especially for those that do hair, makeup, or have any clothes, or maybe you do something with yoga, or you like do workout videos. I do feel that. But also your advice, or actually no, with this Queen of Swords and this Nine of Wands and this Temperance, I said, will your business be successful? So to me, I feel like this is a yes. But for whatever reason, I don't know what you guys do. And this is just how it is. Like, it's not, it doesn't make you, like, this is not something to be like, oh my gosh, it's always something. No, like, having your own shit and really promoting yourself and building it from the ground up, it's not like an easy process. Like, it's just something that you have to have the grit for, and I feel like y'all have it. So with this Queen of Swords, this Nine of Wands, and this Temperance, do I feel like your business is going to be successful? Yes, I do. But for whatever reason, there's this energy of phases. Your business is going to go through changes. So even right now, if you think that this is the end all be all, this is what I'm doing, it's going to change, and you're going to be adding stuff, taking away, adding stuff, taking away, putting stuff back. It's giving like the phases of the moon until you can get to this concoction that's like, okay, this is what it is. Because what I'm hearing is some of you guys, y'all have so many talents that you can go a lot broader. Like, you don't have to just do one thing. And these phases of the moon, they represent that. So I do feel like as your journey goes on, there's going to be these changes. For example, when I started YouTube, like I was doing hair reviews and workout videos and military videos, and it's like, never would I have imagined, especially with my spiritual, well, my religious beliefs at that time, never would I have imagined that I was going to be here. Like, I've always been intuitive. Like I told y'all, I might tell my story one day. My whole family is like very like tapped in. It's crazy. So to be where I'm at now, and even just with what I was doing with tarot when I first started, because I haven't been doing it that long. It's probably only been since 2020, because I started during that deployment. Or really 2021. But yeah, it's just crazy because I'm just like, even as I'm doing this, I'm starting to get into astrology and certain practices and certain studies, and I don't know, it's just crazy how life is. And I combine that stuff. Like, I'm trying to take my old YouTube and this and combine it. Instead of just doing tarot, it's going to be more of a little bit of everything, because I'm not meant to stay in one box. I feel the same way about you guys. You guys are not meant to stay dormant. You're not meant to stay in one thing. Yes, if you want to get proficient in something, that's totally up to you. But I just want y'all to know that y'all have many talents. And the more that you stray from that is the more that these phases are going to happen where you're like, damn, that's not working. I need this. Until you recognize that there's a way that you can blend and incorporate. It's like Spirit wants you to really tap into your creativity, because some of you guys just don't even get it yet. And trust me, I got y'all, okay? Because this probably could apply to me too. Some of y'all just don't get how powerful you are and how big you are and what you're walking into, okay? And what you have, it's like you're sitting on a gold mine. So patience is going to be something that needs to be had here. Just understand that it's going to be like I don't want to say a slow bloom, but it just seems like there's lessons that are going to be learned on this journey. It's not going to be like smooth sailing, but it's going to be a beautiful journey, because that's what's going to make you appreciate it more at the end. I got to keep coming back to these examples, because I know sometimes when I talk, it's like, but like, let's bring it back. For example, like, starting a YouTube channel, didn't have like equipment, and I was fine with that. So I found ways to be creative. I found ways to how to make a ring light, and then I made a video about how to make it, and then I had that ring light. Or like how to do a backdrop, like all these different things that I didn't have, I found a way to make it. And I let my personality do the rest, because really I didn't need all of that. Okay, y'all already got it. But I don't want to say that as in lax off, because, you know, put the work in. But like, I just don't understand. I don't think you guys understand how powerful you guys really are. So when this pressure comes in, you know how they say pressure makes diamonds. It, like, seriously, this is almost giving me, I don't know why I just thought of Rihanna when I saw this Queen of Swords, even though I know she's a Pisces, but that's what I thought of. It's like, there's going to be these times that just feel like, damn, like, this is difficult, but I'm telling y'all, it is going to work out, because y'all put in the work. Like, it's crazy, because with this Queen of Swords, this Nine of Wands, and this Temperance, it's so much energy coming off of these cards that I'm like my head, there's a lot of pressure on my head right now, and it's like almost like overwhelming in a sense, but it's something good. So I think I'm gonna leave it there, because, yeah, girl, hold on really quick, I'm looking for my one deck. I think I'm gonna leave it there. And if you guys want more of these, let me know, because I'll go more in depth. But since this is my first time, I don't want to overwhelm myself. Some of you guys are going to get to a point where you're tired of listening to other people, because you start to see that that shit is not working. You're like, that shit is not fucking working. Like, fuck them. I'm about to do it my way, regardless. And maybe that leads you to this place where you're real creative, and then you start to gain more knowledge, and then you're like, you know what, okay, now I can adjust, because now I kind of got my foot in the door, and now I can start adjusting and get more into the mainstream stuff. Like I said, didn't have equipment, got super creative. As I got bigger, got equipment, and then I'm like, okay, like now I can kind of like, let me see what I could do to like, not trim it, clean it up. I guess that would be the word. Look at that. So we have intuition and manifestation. You guys are very powerful. I need y'all to understand this, okay? And you guys are going to do well, planning and action. You guys are going to do well in this Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords is a badass bitch. That's a smart woman right there, okay? Or, you know, masculine, you know, whoever's watching. This is a smart motherfucker, okay? This is someone that is highly protected. This is also someone that can take the punches and really grow from them. This is not someone that's soft. This is not someone that's going to let somebody talk to them crazy. This is someone who is very decisive, can even take it there if need be, and they're very smart and they're very quick on their toes, okay? That's the energy that is needed while you're in your business, okay? Also structure. I don't know why Capricorn just came through too. We have behind a mask in reverse. It is time to come out, you guys. Fuck what everybody else has to say. We also have discovery. Let me see. Messages for Power 1 while I'm over here talking. We have that back and forth. That's so crazy. Your higher self. Listen, I want you guys to really tap into your heart and what you are telling you, because that is what's gonna get you where you want to go. It's not everybody else. It really isn't. Like, yes, that's fine and dandy. You can like, okay, you know, I'll take that in consideration. And I'm not saying that like it's such a hard concept, because it's like, I do feel like people outside of us can provide good information sometimes, but I don't know, there's something about this that is more of a you thing. This is not an outside of you thing. Also with this back and forth, it's time to be decisive with that Queen of Swords energy. No more of this back and forth. It's not going to get you where you're going. It's time to really sit down, start planning. Do you even want to live where you're at, or do you want to move? Do you need to move somewhere where it's better for what you have to offer? Or maybe even not just for business. What about your mental health? People that actually support you, people that look like you doing what you're doing. Come on now. Okay, that was one of the reasons why I always wanted to move to Atlanta when I was younger. But anyway, with this discovery, it is time to really discover how many talents you have, and just really like have fun with it. Be a little bit more free with it. I'm not saying don't have structure, because you got to have structure, but there's a way to be more free. There's a way to be in it, but also free spirited. You guys have that energy, so I can't tell you how to find that. What did it say? It's this quote that they be like, it ain't something, it's in me. But I don't know what the quote is. It's just, it's already in you. You just have to break it open, okay? And I feel like these times, these tough times, not that it's going to be nothing dramatic. I don't think, you know, some of y'all it might be, I don't know. Having your own business is not the easiest. But what I want to say is, even though these tough times come, these hurdles, it's like that's what's going to end up breaking open the creative juices and get them flowing. Because it's like, okay, no, there got to be an easier way. Yes, we have the North Node, and we also have the 8th house. Okay, yes. Y'all gotta start putting stuff out there, okay? This is gonna give you monies, okay? It's giving the monies, okay? Not that we're just focused on the money, but money matters, in my opinion. You know, you guys, there's something. Please look at your North Node, but for me, it's like this is destined, okay? Also, when I look at the 8th house, you know, there might be things that you go through. There might be these dips down, but you're gonna rise back up like the phoenix, and I'm telling you, it's leading you to what you are meant to be doing in this lifetime, and that's why this is gonna work out for you. But that doesn't mean get lazy, but it's like, this is big. I told y'all, like, just looking at that, I knew it. North Node, big as fuck, okay? So let me see, the advice. 3rd house, and we got the South Node. Woo, that's so crazy. Some of you guys, there's some things that happened in the past. I don't know, maybe even a sibling said something to you. There could even be like a what's the word? Oh, I hate when I go blank like this. Gosh darn it. Come on. It's like a balloon floating away. It's almost like there's it's like there's a negative outlook on social media communication, or maybe even how you communicate. Maybe you struggle with that, how you communicate. Maybe you're worried about what your family would think. Maybe you don't really know how to, you know, use technology. There's something here that comes in as like almost like a challenge. And it causes you to stay in your comfort zone. It's time to go against that. It's crazy how we had the North Node and now we have the South Node. That shit is crazy, okay? So really look into your 3rd house. There could be some things happening right now in your 3rd house. I know I have, woo, honey, I have a lot of planets that's just floating up in that bitch, okay? But I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to let you guys look at that and maybe do some research, because I don't want to sit here and act like I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm still learning astrology, but this is what helps me learn. So yes, Pile 1, that was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and we're going to move on to Pile. Ole, ole. Okay, let's see. Sacred, not Sacred Oracle, Sacred Circle. So this is what I want to tell you guys. Okay, so there was multiple things that came to me. And I always tell y'all this, and I'm always going to say it just because I know there's new people. I done went through a lot in life, and I know God didn't have me go through those things not to share my experiences and make a connection, okay? So I don't know why I feel like you, just like myself, I feel like you guys, it's like, so you guys have this, how can I say this? How can I say this? I don't know if you guys are easily influenced by people, and hear me out. But it's almost like if you don't feel confident, or if people around you are not, you know, helping out and having you have like, or letting you have a or getting you to have a positive outlook, it's like it can start to make you doubt yourself. For example, just talking about it. So my whole family can fucking cook. Now granted, I used to eat very healthy, and I'm going back to that. So I didn't cook a lot of the foods that I'm eating now. And I also didn't feel like any of the motherfuckers that I was with was deserving of a meal. So cook for your damn self. But it's crazy because I had this one mean ass ex that was like, can you even cook? I mean, like, and I'm just like, I don't know, because real quick, this is a real quick event. But I'm just like, you know, like, how do you answer that? Because to me, I'm like, can't everybody cook? Like, can't everybody cook? Because like, how do you know if someone can't cook? Because there's a whole recipe. You can follow a recipe, but then I don't know. When I was looking on Google, because I just had to know, it was saying that some people can even follow a recipe and not, you know, it's like they don't get it. Or like if someone is making something and they're not putting the measurements and exact, it's like the person might just, it like fucks with them. They're like, how much? Okay. So I'm more of like an intuitive cooker, but it runs in my blood. So I just be like, you know, I'm sure I could, but you know, I just don't eat those type of things. I'm more of like a quinoa over here, you know, basically healthy foods, and it's like different. So he would just always be talking shit and all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. But it's so crazy because, bitch, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? What do you do? And it's just so funny because the guy that I'm with now, and I'm getting somewhere with this, he is so supportive. Like, he's not a downer. You know what I mean? Because just the simple fact that that motherfucker said what he said to me, it's like, now I don't want to cook for you because you're just so critical. Some of you guys grew up with critical family members, maybe even a mother or father figure. So it kind of like, it made you even doubt your own capabilities, like, but you are very capable. For example, maybe you can get really psyched out before you do something, and that can cause a block, but you guys are very capable. But it's just crazy because my boyfriend already told me, like, you don't gotta be, because he was cooking, real quick, he was cooking all the time, and my mom was like, girl, are you cooking? I was like, no. She's like, Paige, you gotta cook. I'm like, okay. And you know, he a country little bang, so I'm like, okay, let me start busting out. And I had talked to him about it, and I was like, well, you know, I just had some real mean ass exes, and they were rude as fuck, so I just never felt the need to do it. And he was like, well, you know, we can do it together. Like, it's a learning experience for both of us. You know, we could trial and error. It's okay. If it's edible, I'm gonna eat it. And we'll just learn. He's like, I'm sure you're gonna do fine, you know. So basically he just gave me the go, like he supported me. And it was like, ever since then I was in the kitchen. I call it intuitive cooking because, like I said, I just feel like that shit runs in people's blood. But basically what I'm trying to say is, it's crazy how I literally minimized myself and sucked in when there was like that resistant energy, that pushback energy. But then when someone, you know, gave me space, gave me free range, like I don't like a micromanager, okay? I did a lot better, and I was able to do what I need to do, and then I got confident, and now it's like, you can't tell me nothing. So that means something for somebody. And let me see how I can, because what has helped me to not do that, because I've done it many a times, that there's been times where, like, even with basketball, where I've literally dimmed myself because I was just so scared of, I don't know, like, I have a fear, or really had a fear of, like, the success, because with that comes these restrictions. For example, like getting straight A's. Now my mom expects it, and now I'm scared that if I don't get a straight A, or like if something drops down, it makes me not worthy, or it makes me look bad. You know, I was younger, you know, National Honor Society. It's like, you get to this point where it's like you almost become a little bit of a perfectionist, kind of, but it's like you're super critical of yourself based off of outside influences. So I don't know if that's something that's going on now, or if this is something that needs to be released, because I feel like you guys could be your own worst enemy. It's crazy because if y'all look at enemy readings, if enemy readings are like, who are your enemies, if it ever sounds like you, it's because it is you. It is you. But there was something else I was gonna say about that. Yeah, I don't know, or like I knew, because when people, it's rough when people know you do good. It's like they expect it all the time, so you feel like there's like a fear of failing because you don't know what the outcome is going to be, like how people are going to view you, what they're going to take away, because all it takes is that one time to slip up and everybody jumps on it instead of remembering everything that you've done. Or maybe you've seen that happen, and it's like you're carrying that with you. Going back to the basketball. Hold up, girl. I gotta sip this coffee because I'm getting zony. I gotta spruce it up. Going back to basketball, it was just like, I had already been offered a scholarship to go to a Catholic school and go play for them, but I decided to stay, at my school that I had, grew up at. And it's crazy because they wanted to put me with the seniors. Mind you, I was like middle school going in the freshman year. But honey, I just could not take that pressure. I was just so scared. And it made me retract. It's almost like I became those thoughts. Like I became that thought, that person that couldn't cook, that person that this. So I just feel like there's something about you are not seeing yourself clearly, okay? There is something about yourself that you are not seeing clearly, and I feel like it has to do with events around you. So one way that I combated that is you got to go against the resistance, and also it just comes with confidence, like confidence in yourself, and I can't teach confidence. That's just going to have to be something that, you kind of go through. But let's see, messages for Pile 2. 8 of Swords, I seen the 6 of Swords, a lot of Swords energy, a lot of overthinking. Messages for Pile 2. What's the main block for my entrepreneurs? Pile 2, aspiring. Did I say inspiring earlier? So we have the High Priest, we have the 9 of Pentacles, and we have, girl, look at this. The High Priest, look at this shit. I just need you to look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Okay. 5 of Wands is right here peeking out at me a little bit right there. 6 of Wands, success, Leo energy. We also have the Druid, so this is going to be the Hierophant, Taurus energy, master teacher energy, just saying, someone that gets it, someone that's top tier, okay? We also have the 9 of Pentacles, giving Virgo energy, someone that's diligent, someone that could do the work and has the capacity to do so. They look at the details. This is why I feel like y'all could be critical, because Virgos could definitely be really critical of themselves. And I feel like if you have a child that's a Virgo, you got to really instill in them the self-esteem and confidence as they're growing up. You got to really like validate them, okay? Anyway, with this High Priest, Pisces energy, I'm also getting more Leo with those little sunflowers. Oh my gosh, I did have a dream about sunflowers. I need to write that down. I'm sorry, you guys. See, this is how my mind is. Just give me a second. Because if y'all gonna be here, we gonna be, doing what we're doing, y'all gonna have to take me as I am. I have to write that down. There's been so much shit, and it's probably because this eclipse. Every time there's an eclipse, like, there's so much. But there was a sunflower. Give me 1 second. Pay attention to your dreams. What else came through to me? There's like a lot of confessions. There was so many confessions in my dream yesterday from people from my past. Oh my gosh. I'll think about the rest, but that sunflower, I did have a dream about like a bunch of sunflowers. This lady was growing them and they were growing right in front of my face. But anyway, okay, back to you. So with this High Priest and this 9 of Pentacles and this Druid, it's almost like you guys don't see that you're the High Priest and the Hierophant. It's like you guys don't see it. I'm telling you, that's really the message. It's like you guys are not seeing yourself clearly. You guys have done the work. You have the skill. Some of you guys, this skill has been passed down to you and then you perfected it. So you got the skill, okay? And with this High Priest, it's like, I feel like, see, I'm not getting this in a negative sense. Maybe you guys are holding back a little bit. You're like keeping it to yourself. Maybe you're mastering things behind the scenes, but I'm hearing you've really already mastered it. Now, it's not to say that you can't learn and, additionally add things, but I just feel like you guys are not seeing yourself clearly. It's like you're not seeing how wise you are and how much info you have in that damn noggin. And it's like you've allowed other people, outside people, to like make you look at your accomplishments as little, as many, and they're not, okay? So start working on your verbiage. That's something I work on. You know how we be like, oh, I just do a little something. No, you don't do a little something. You do something, or you do a big something. I got this big business. I got this business. Let's stop saying little. No. Maximize yourself, okay? I also feel like that's going to help you manifest. And you know what? People, they might call you a cocky motherfucker, but so what? I just feel like people are so fucking confused. Like, they don't understand. Fuck them, okay? This is about you. So let's see. With this Underworld and this 8 of Pentacles skill, you guys are very intuitive. You guys have wisdom that a lot of people don't have. You guys could bounce back a lot taller than a lot of people when they fall down. You get back up taller. Some people be the same height or shorter. They lost some inches. Not you. okay? With that underworld, you guys have a knowledge from, this is going to sound weird, but there's like a higher realm knowledge and a darker realm, or like a higher realm knowledge and a lower realm knowledge. Now, I'm not trying to take it, you know, because I'm not saying y'all about that, but what I'm saying is it's like you guys, you can speak on the positive and you can also speak on the negative. It's like you guys have a balance of the light and the shadow. And I'm not talking hell and heaven. I'm talking light and shadow, okay? Maybe you guys have a Scorpio placement where it's like you are really into like the occult or like darker topics. The topics that people don't want to touch on, you could touch on. Your life story is the bag, okay? And that's something that needs to be known. You guys, what you've been through in life, and it's crazy because I just talked a lot about some experiences that I've had. That's what's going to help you to perfect whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you guys want to write a book. I also was getting something about singers, rappers. Maybe you want to be a music writer for somebody else. I am getting a lot of writing here, teachers, things of that nature, but it doesn't matter. You guys have the skill, okay? So let's see. What's something that they need to know right now about themselves? Rebirth, exactly. The Nine of Wands, Pile 1 got the Nine of Wands too, and we have restriction sideways. I feel like it's a learning process. It's not going to happen in a day, but you guys are starting to recognize some of the events that I talked about earlier, where it's like, okay, I don't need to carry that with me no more, or I need to stop restricting myself, like, because at first it was outside of me, but now it's like I've made it a part of me, and now I'm the problem. Now I'm self-sabotaging, and I feel like it is going to be a hurdle to get past this, but this is what is needed. It's time to rebirth and change how you think about yourself and how you just think about life in general. And I feel like you guys are walking into that and walking in that right now, and it's going to be a process, and I just heard a slow process, but this is what's going to get you, because it's almost like your success is really going to come. I feel like it's already coming, but it's really going to come. But they have to get you past this hurdle of like thinking that you have to be what other people told you have to be, thinking that you have to minimize yourself. Look at this sun. Can't minimize that little baby. I mean, it looked like a little baby. I thought of Teletubbies, because even in that area right there where it's very concentrated, still it's coming out. It's almost like this wants to jump out at you. It's like you can't. Some of you guys have tried to minimize yourself, and it's like there's been these events that have happened that have always like shined a light on you. It's almost like y'all run into a corner, in a dark corner, and then someone's like, gotcha, with a flashlight, and you're just like running around from the flashlight. But it's like you can't no more. You cannot run from this no more. So let me see. What is Pile 1's advice? You guys are very hard workers. Pile 1's advice, the Queen of Cups. Tap into your emotions. There's something that needs to be cleared in regards to your emotions. That's crazy. We have the Five of Swords. Who the hell is that? The Warrior. Why am I struggling? Who is that? I'm tripping. The Warrior. Who is that? I don't know. Why am I struggling? I don't know. My brain is going blank. Is that like the... Who is 8? 8. I don't know. And I can't force it, honey. But y'all probably know. You'll tell me down below in the comments. I just know it. I'm just going to look at this intuitively. So this is the thing. Something about what people did to you, what has happened, has to be dealt with, okay? It's like we need to accept where we took a loss, took an L, and then we need to jump back up. Instead of focusing on what happened, how can we solve it? What's the resolution? We need a resolution. We need a resolution. We have too much confusion or something of that nature. Page of Wands, start promoting yourself. Start speaking up about what you want. Get back invigorated about what it is that you do, okay? But that is going to happen. If you guys have been going through a creative block and you're like, well, Paige, that's what I'm trying to do, but I'm going through a creative block. I know, because there's so much pain that has happened. People have tried to talk down on what you do, maybe even have tried to block what you do. Your confidence was dwindling, okay? Maybe y'all had some relationships that kind of came around. That was one of the reasons why I told myself, I said, I'm not fucking getting in a relationship, because when I'm in a relationship, I'm balls to the wall, and I'm not getting into a relationship until I feel like I can have the balance between my work and the relationship. Because maybe some of you guys, it's like when you're in a relationship, you cut work out, you cut what you do out, your passions, and it's just focused on that. And then if y'all having a bad bad day, it's like everybody having a bad day. Now you don't have the energy to do what you're doing. So I feel like there's this need to look at life right now. What is feeding you, giving you energy, and what's taken away? Whether emotionally or in the real, okay? In the physical. It's crazy because this is different from pile 1, because I feel like this is more of an inner thing that needs to be resolved, because I feel like the outward is already there. You got the skill. It's just we got to get that confidence up. The advice is to deal with those emotions. Also make sure that, because you guys are very hard workers, make sure that you guys are taking breaks. Maybe ask less. Someone's name could be Lexi or Alexa. Ask less to people in regards to like, well, what do you guys think I should do? Instead of going outside of yourself, go inward. That's something that really helped me with my confidence, because I always used to have to text everybody, what do you think of this thumbnail, this picture, this? No, bitch, because you know you're going to do what the fuck you want to do. How about you just do it yourself? I had to teach myself to stop asking people for validation, because they don't fucking know. Because a lot of times people don't have the same mind as me, especially I'm super creative, I'm weird as fuck. So some people just don't get it. And it's like, that's the energy here. Y'all might want to watch pile 1, because I don't know, I just got a little bit of pile 1 because of they have like a creativity about them that I feel like y'all also have, like the creative portion. But we got to get past this energy of what happened and understand it happened, but how can we move forward? We also have the Chariot. That's so fucking crazy. Boom. Okay, will your business be successful? Will your business be successful? We have the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Cups. We have to get past these emotional barriers, because it's almost like it's causing like you guys to not see yourself clearly with that 7 of Cups. It's causing you guys to be on guard. Some of you guys might be blocking opportunities because you don't trust nobody. You don't trust shit. You're just like, it's almost like this fog. So we have to work on these emotional barriers, okay? 5 of Wands, grounding, and we have the Fire, the King of Wands. Also, I just want to let you guys know, you guys, whatever you do, you will beat out the competition. So stop worrying about the competition. Stop looking outwardly. I don't know, there could be a fire sign that's been, I don't know. Maybe y'all do something and somebody else is like intimidating. I don't know. Y'all better not be intimidated by nobody on my channel. We don't do that. But anyway, will your business be successful? I do believe it will be. I do feel like there's a lot of competition around this, but I feel like you guys are going to shine. You just have to get out of your head. Also with this 7 of Swords, let me ask about this, because this is almost like a step on one to get up. Not that I'm condoning that, but there's something here. With this 7 of Swords, King of Cups, King of Wands. Why do I feel like there's, okay, I can't tell. It's the only thing about this, because 1 minute I want to say that there could be someone that comes along on your path. I don't know if this is a work partner or like a father figure. I don't know. There's someone here, possibly a masculine or a masculine energy. Maybe they want to dictate what you do. I don't know if this is a good energy or a positive energy or like a negative energy. Maybe it starts off positive and then it's like, oh no, I need to go free range. Just be careful of who you talk to about your plans. Make sure, you know, use your intuition when it comes to people and what you share, because there is this energy of somebody taking your ideas, which, you know, I don't know. I have different views about it. Like, I did make a video where I was talking about like how your ancestors do not want you to give up this information because, you know, it's coming down from them. It's a whole thing. You'll know what I'm talking about if you watched it. But when it comes to people copying you, I just feel like you got to have the confidence to know that ain't nobody you. Like, so they could, you know, someone could make a video all they want, but it's not giving P. It's not to down what they're doing, but I'm just saying no one could duplicate you. At the end of the day, what they do is good, great, spectacular, but what you do is good, great, spectacular. It's giving what it needs to give. That's what I'm saying. So you have to have that type of confidence. Okay, so let's keep going. So I feel like your business is going to be successful. It's just like there's this energy of like, it's almost like you guys are going to have to soften up. It's almost like you guys are in this fight or flight mode all the time. It's like da, 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 da. So it's like you guys are going to have to come down and experience different things and work on these emotional barriers so that you can actually push through and start seeing things a lot clearer and start seeing things from less of a, because it's so crazy. We have two opposing energies here with this fire and water. I don't know. It's like this crazy dynamic that I can't pick up on, but like, there's going to be a sense of merging both worlds of like the light and the shadow. Not saying that these represent that, but I just keep seeing a duality. Okay, we also have a creative endeavor. We got some music right there that looks like something that you would be drawing on or writing on. What's that? A camera, books. Some of you guys do things like maybe you want to write a book, you want to draw, you want to create, you want to start digital imaging. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what you think about what you do. Somebody's gonna buy it. Okay, with all this abstract art and you have to believe in what you do and just know. I've seen people make like stick figure art and I love it. I like weird stuff though, so I appreciate stuff like that, and it looks so simple but so many people gravitate towards it. So all I'm gonna say is possibly watch Pile 1, because I think what y'all don't understand is y'all have the skill, and once you push past these emotional barriers, you're gonna really tap in with your spiritual side, because some people just have it. Some people are just meant to have the limelight. Some people are just meant to have success, meant to have people gravitate towards them. I talked about that in Pile 1, because I don't know, a lot of people like to gravitate towards me, but I'm like super introverted and I'm like, oh my God, you know, but it's just a thing. Okay, it's that for a reason. That's something I'm working through, and I feel like that's something that you guys are going to work through. The more you understand yourself is like it's almost going to be okay. Hold up. The more you understand yourself, the more you're going to understand what needs to be done in business for you to be successful. Okay, look at that. Letting go. Top of the deck, optimism. Period. Letting go of the past, walking a new door. It's time. Fuck the haters. Even if they're family, I'm sorry. Like if they don't get it, they just don't get it. We're talking about, and it's not to down our family members, because, you know, respect for the lineage, but really it comes down to this. You're talking about people that came before you that are likely stuck in their ways, okay? Times are changing. They may be stuck in their ways. They may have had to grow up like that. So they're only speaking from their perspective, and they're probably doing that thinking that that's the correct way. It's a different time, and you got to recognize that. Now you're going to be the generation that is about to make decisions, and then possibly you're going to have kids, and it's going to be the same thing. You got to allow the change to happen. It's time for a new chapter. It's time to switch it, flip it, rub it down. Different. Okay, with those dark thoughts, I think that's your worst enemy, which is you. That's something that needs to be dealt with. We also have new beginnings, and we have peace. That's what's coming towards you, Pile 2. So tap into that, and I feel like that is what's going to help you guys have more clarity. It's so inward that it's not even funny, okay? So yes, you guys, I was your spread. Please let me know how it resonates, and we're going to move on to Pile. I don't know why Aaliyah is all in my mind right now, like the music. I'm tired of arguing, girl. Okay, this is going to be real quick. This is not going to be for everybody, because this is not what I was getting primarily. But some of you guys have a relationship right now, whether platonic or romantic, doesn't fucking matter, that I feel like is a little bit rocky and rickety, or it's like up and down, it's a little flaky. I don't know, for some of y'all. And I feel like that kind of disrupts your discipline in how you work, because it's like, you know, don't nobody want to be, I know for me, if there's drama around me, which is like, I'll snap at somebody if I need to, but I really don't like doing it, because it's like, it takes so much fucking energy from me. And then I'm tired. I don't even want to fucking do nothing that day. I'm very, I'm very sensitive, like in all ways. So I just feel like that's y'all energy. So we do have, I can accomplish what I set my mind to, but it's so crazy. I don't know why I thought this was, I can accomplish boundaries. I don't know why I thought it said boundaries. So I feel like there's something about discipline and boundaries with the people in your life. Even if you're in a really good relationship, you know, maybe it's like it's going really good, eating good, you got that happy weight, but it's like, damn, I forgot about my passions, okay? I forgot about what I was meant to do. So there is a sense of discipline here that needs to be had for your business or whatever it is that you are pursuing to be successful, okay? Because I feel like you guys also have a creative mind. You guys have a lot of ideas, but we gotta reel it, I don't want to say reel it back, but there's like, we need to organize, or we need to make sure that we make time for what it is that we're trying to do and not contradict that. Messages for Pile 3, entrepreneur in need. Balance in reverse. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment, period. I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like there are some things, and you know, you can't control people, but you can control you. You can control what you're a part of. You can control the boundaries that you set. There's something here that I feel like kind of tips you off. Maybe you work at a job that you don't really like. It's like there's something here that is really like tipping you, and it kind of takes away from your energy. Let me see. We have worry, and it's crazy because I pulled this as advice. I feel like there's an energy of worry less. So we have, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, and that's the thing. Y'all might want to watch pile 2. I don't know, it's like a different energy. They're kind of all coming together, but it's a different energy. Maybe you could watch all the piles, I don't know. We have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And then one more. Okay, 2 more then. Shit. We have worry, regret, and we have loneliness, but it's in reverse. The thing about this is we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So I can't tell if y'all are introverts or if you are very extroverted or if you have been trying to heal from something. So there's a lot of things that you're doing. But I feel like if you guys want a business, it's not to say take away from life. It's not to say to get away from people, but it's like there needs to be a sense of discipline. I think some people don't understand. Sometimes it's almost like, okay, not trying to compare, especially to my nurses, because I know it's a different route, but it's almost like, have any of y'all ever been or heard of someone going to nursing school? It's like they almost don't have a social life. It's like that has to be cut out for a certain amount of time so that they could really focus on their studies and do what they need to do, and then they pop back out. That's the energy. I'm not saying not to have fun, but I do feel like there's been a little bit of an overflow, which is not a bad thing. But if you want to get something off the ground or restart something without disruption, there's a sense of having to make sacrifices. Okay, let me see. Leo energy. Ooh, this is so funny because I feel like you guys are free-spirited. This is my pile. It's crazy because I don't want to say this, but I think it is. I don't know, because I was getting this at first when I was picking the decks. It's almost like this is more of my novice pile. Almost like there's like this newness, like it's new. So maybe you guys are just now getting into this, or maybe this is like your first ever project. I don't know, but it's almost like there's, I don't want to say childish, it's like a childlike thinking. It's like, oh yeah, you know, I do it, and that's fine, you know. It's like a free-spirited energy, but it's like there's a way to be free-spirited but also be grounded in what it is that you want. But let me see messages for pile 3. Ooh. Some of y'all definitely have a relationship that I feel like is taking a lot of your time. I don't know what that is. It's really coming up as that. So we have stand your ground, recognition and reward, and we have triumph, okay? The 7 of Wands. 2 7s here, and we also have a 3 that's equaling a 10. 17 might be a number for you. But anyway, with this stand your ground, I feel like, separate messages, but there's going to be a need for you guys to really, like I said, be disciplined, and maybe even disciplined in the way of letting people know this is what you want to do. I also feel like there's a sense of when you guys get rewards, I don't know if you guys feel like you're not worthy, even though you put in all the work, but some of you guys feel like you should be doing more, and listen to that, because you could be doing more. And that's not for my overworkers. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ones that's like, you know, you're not doing a lot. You're just getting by, but you want to do more. You want to go to a different level. There's a need to, it's almost like get a more mature mindset. But with this recognition and reward, I feel like some of you guys, it's like when you guys get recognition, it's almost like instead of, you know, beating your chest a little bit, saying, okay, yeah, thank you, you look down. It's just like, oh, okay, well, you know, I really didn't, you know, stop minimizing yourself. Start looking around at what you've achieved, and that's going to help you to get more boost towards what you're going towards. Because some of you guys have a lack, it's not like a lack mentality, but it's almost like this energy of like a defeat, or like, I'm not really gaining progress. But how would you fucking know if you didn't have like something to compare it to, or if you didn't keep track? For example, a lot of people don't be thinking they be losing weight, but if you take a picture that first time, I know it's a struggle because you got to face the reality. When you take that picture and then you start getting the process going, you're able to compare and be like, okay, I'm starting to see it. But a lot of times, if you're always looking down and looking out, like, let me not say outward, but if you're focused on a certain area, it's like you're not able to really see the full picture. So that's going to mean something for someone. I also feel with this triumph, I do think you guys are going to win something. I don't know what that's about. It could be like an argument towards what you want to do, maybe even get a loan. But there's something about boundaries. I don't know what that's about, but boundaries, I keep seeing that shit. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I keep getting like there's a need for boundaries. Interesting. And I also feel like it's time to move forward. Some of you guys may be moving. Maybe there's something about your car. Maybe you want like a mobile business, or some of you guys may be moving or may need to consider moving. It's like something about your foundation is going to have to change, or something about your comfort zone is going to have to change for you to make some things happen. That was burning under my fucking hand. So we have balance. Okay. Yes, balance. You guys, it keeps coming out. I feel like it's very straightforward. There needs to be a sense of balance. You guys have too many things going on at once. And I'm not saying you gotta stop doing them. You know, it's your world. I'm just living in it. But there's a way for it to be more organized. There's a way for you to do what you're doing, but in a more organized way, so that you still have the energy to carry out what it is that you need to do, instead of getting burnt out and then taking, oh shit, is this my message? Instead of getting burnt out and then taking a hiatus and then coming back, instead of like really taking out the rest. You know, that's something I've been working out, taking a full break, not just a half of a break and then getting depleted again, like a full ass break. You know, people might not like it, but oh the fuck well, because when I take a break, I come back hard as fuck. Okay, so you got to know yourself in that aspect. So let's see. Look at this, you guys. Look what just fell out the deck. Temptation. Can you tell me what the main block is right now? You guys, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this shit, you guys. I said, what's the main block? We got the number 17. I called that out. Harmony. We got the Lover's card. We got this Temptation, and we have the 5 of Cups. Are y'all going through a breakup, or is there an up and down relationship? I feel like that's the main block. I'm just saying. Or there might be a focus on love. I don't know. And it's like right now, I really do think this is the type of energy that I would tell somebody like, hey, I think you need to be single for a while, or maybe just take a step back. This might be social media break. This might be reflect, look around. What's not working? What could I be studying instead of engaging in whatever this energy is that's like causing a disruption or a distraction? There needs to be a reflection on your life, and that's why I'm not getting too into it, because it's going to be different for everybody. But I do feel like there are some emotions here around a connection that may be causing a disruption. Now, if you guys are still healing from a breakup and you're actively, you know, trying to move forward, then this is just going to take time, you know. And I feel like you guys are going to be golden after that. But it's crazy. Some of you guys are meant to be in the spotlight with that hope card. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Will their business be successful? Will their business be successful? We have patience and planning, the number 7. Y'all done got 3 7s. We have 5, conflict and defeat. And we have foundation and achievements. This is the thing. I do feel like what you have going on has the potential to be successful. I already saw that. But there is something that has to be let go, or there needs to be like a skimming of the fats. I don't know if this is the people around you. I don't know if this is what people have done to you, letting that go. There's something that needs to change. Look up the number 777, because we do have that 3 times. And there's also like, it's like some of you guys haven't recognized what's happening around you and how certain people are not meant to be there. And that takes time. Shit, you know, it took me a long ass time with my hard-headed ass. But it's almost like there's a sense of maturity that has to be gained. So I actually see you guys going through some stuff, depending on where you're at, where it's like, you're like, damn, I see that person's not really for me, or I see that this is kind of, you know, doing me more harm than good. I need to start working on myself. And I see you guys trying to build on your foundation and build up your balance and start working really on your achievements. There needs to be a sense of focusing, inner focusing. And I don't want to take y'all away from what y'all doing, but this is giving me a focus. This is almost like an energy around, I don't know, when I was going through all that stuff, I kind of went back in. I was like, okay, fuck everybody else right now, back in. What do I want to do? What do I want to focus on? do I even know myself right now? What is it that I like? I need to relearn myself so I could really move forward. And then I busted out when I was ready, because you owe yourself that, to be able to rejuvenate and come back out when you're ready. I do feel like there's gonna be, I don't want to say failed attempts, I don't know what y'all do, but there's gonna be like a little bit of like a step back, go forward, step back. And this could also represent with this Five of Swords, burnout. It's like something needs to be done more balancedly. It needs to be like more of a balance. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like there's something here, and I think you guys are gonna recognize that as you keep moving forward, because it's just like, fuck, that's not working, or fuck, I'm tired of feeling like this, or fuck, like I'm tired of arguing with this motherfucker, like I need my energy. Like, it's something that's gonna come through, a revelation. Messages for pile 3. This is kind of broad. This is why I feel like this one is like, you know how like with teenagers you're like, oh, okay, like they'll learn, they're just young, they think they're in love, but they're just young. And I'm not trying to say your relationship is not valid, but what I'm saying is, it's like, that's the energy. It's like this new or novice or like newer energy. It's like innocent. It's like, I really don't get it just yet. But with this fragmented energy and this conflict and this great achievement sideways, this is what is blocking the forward movement. So it's crazy because, like I said, I could see the success. I could see some of you guys is gonna have to do with social media. I could see it, but it's so much energy being focused on the past, a relationship, a hurt, a breakup. Maybe there's drama around you. Maybe emotions are not balanced. What do you need to do to get in balance? Do you need to go talk to a therapist? Do you need to deal with these emotions? There's something here, and I can feel it in my heart that is, I feel like, blocking forward movement. And it's not like, see, I kind of got that for pile 2, but it's different. It's a different energy. So let me see. Can you give me a little bit more? So we have Scorpio, Aries, a lot of signs coming out here. Who the fuck is this? What's Capricorn? Hold on. I gotta look. I learning. Yeah. Capricorn. Venus here, and we have the 10th house. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of, this is what I'm picking up on. If you guys are dealing with an Aries, a Capricorn, or a Scorpio, or healing from one of those signs, they could have a Libra or a Taurus rising, or they could also be a Libra or a Taurus. I feel like it's coming in between your work, okay? That message is not going to be for everybody, but it's like, I feel like love is playing a part in the disruption of career. So I'm not saying not to have somebody, I'm not saying that, but it's like, you could have a toxic partner, or you could have a partner that's going to respect the boundary and understand that you have stuff to do, and they're going to support what you got going on and give you energy instead of taking from it. Just saying, okay? Also, let me see. I just feel like you guys, this is like something that is just gonna happen. Like, you guys might have went through some stuff. It's almost like there's gonna be some stuff that y'all gotta go through in life in order to have the experiences to really make whatever it is that you got going on happen. I'm telling you, this is almost reminding me of the energy that I think I was in probably like a year and a half ago. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now, because those experiences I was able to take into today to be able to even talk to y'all about and make these connections. Because without those experiences, I wouldn't even be able to talk to y'all about this shit. I wouldn't know. So I don't know, I kind of see some, it's not rough times, it's almost like there's like, you guys are being shaped up, like someone's filing you. It's like a file, and you know that, you know, I'm not a diamond or like, you know, a nail, but I could imagine if I was a nail and I was being filed, that shit probably hurts a little bit. It's a little like uncomfortable. So I feel like this is gonna be like growing pains, but with that Scorpio energy right there. Is this motherfucking Scorpio or is that Aquarius? Girl, that's definitely Scorpio. I'm trying. Coffee break, okay? It's gonna be like a rebirth. There's some hard lessons that have to come through. There's some things that have to be revealed to you about yourself. There's some having to dip low and then come back up. Dip it low, bring it up slow. Ooh, I'm about to go pop it on Bay. Go shake my ass in his face. Anyway, I'm sorry. So that's kind of what I see for you guys. Let me know how it resonates. Isn't this cute? I don't know why I just looked at this. Look at you. Why? My little maraca, clear this energy. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments.